And welcome back here to Open. Back to school learning in 2020 may be really about enabling learning from home than in the classroom. Millions of students will return to their studies this year via remote learning, creating plenty of challenges. And one challenge for sure, technology. Distance learning is not an option for most students unless they have a laptop or tablet. Gadgets such as headphones, webcams, monitors, docks, as well as printers are going to have to be a must-have for many students who are actually going to have to return to home-based learning. Well, the question is, what are proper gears that you should have if we're getting back to school? What's the proper technology? What are the things that you need to know for this back to school in order to have a productive and a good new year? Well, joining us now to tell a bit more about this is the editor-in-chief at Laptop Magazine, Sherri L. Smith. And Sherri, good to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having.
And I want to get right at it because, listen, we are in the midst of trying to make some last minute adjustments. I just happened to be in the Apple store or trying to get into the Apple store the other day to get a piece of equipment for my computer. But what I noticed was like the lines were literally out because everybody was doing back to school. So talk to us a little bit about back to school now and what are some of the popular things that we're hearing people having to do in order to get with this hybrid and or virtual classroom?
Absolutely. So this is an unprecedented time in I've never seen a back to school like this. So now with the coronavirus still going on, parents are being given the choice to, in most cases, to either do remote learning where your child just stays home and learn from home, or a hybrid where they go in some days and they stay home some days. Either way, you're going to need a laptop and you're going to need a reliable one. And depending on how old your child is, like I would recommend a Chromebook. They are durable. They have just enough power, and most schools are using some form of a Google platform to do virtual learning. So the only problem with this is that now that everybody has to do remote learning, Chromebooks are just flying off the shelf. So you have, like, if you don't have one, you really have to be on the hunt, because as soon as they're coming into stock, they're just selling out. So it's becoming a big problem with quantity, and the laptop manufacturers are having a hard time catching up because their supply chain was already disrupted by COVID. So it's becoming a bit of a problem. Now, for older students who maybe don't have a huge budget, I'd recommend the Acer Swift 5, but you've got to get it with the AMD processor and graphics. It cost about $650 if I can remember off the top of my head, and we put it in test against some of our favorite flagship laptops that are much more expensive, like the Dell XPS 13, the MacBook Pro 13-inch, and it was surprising. Like it really held its own in terms of performance and battery life, and it's not a bad looking machine.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me, because it's for parents. I mean, it's the hard, they're stuck. And for many parents, they're just basically a little technologically savvy. And a lot of them are asking the questions, how do I get my child the best necessary thing for a time such as this, given the fact that, we don't know when this is going to be over, and I want to be able to prepare my child for the long run. So you're saying probably those Chromebooks are going to be the best thing. What are some of the other things that a parent should probably have in their toolkit to navigate through this season?
I would recommend looking into some online tutoring sessions, just in case, because I don't have children, but I'm hearing that Common Core math is just it's just crazy. So I would look into some online tutoring classes. I would look into perhaps a webcam, so your child can really see the audience, see the teacher, and be seen. Um, Maybe a little, if you have the space, because I know we are all in New York and space is always at a premium. If you have the space, a little desk, so your child can have their own work area, so it's not monopolizing the kitchen or wherever your kid has been doing their remote learning since Corona first hit. Like it just gives a sense of normalcy to the whole thing. I guess I'm going to say, because okay, I'm going to my desk, I'm going to school, and it just, if you also are working from home, it gives a little space away from you and your child. Your child can do what they need to do, and you can do what you need to do.
Give me this, child going to be home. We understand that there's going to be the laptop that's going to be necessary, be learning virtually, but then kids are going to want to have some recreation. They're going to want to have some fun. So I know a lot of people are talking about what's coming around the corner. And what's coming around the corner on the fun side, we're talking about the Xbox Series X, just a few months away. Give us that. And then also possibly the PS5.
Yes, so we are about to enter a new console generation, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. We know that they are launching sometime in November. We don't know pricing yet, which is it's frustrating at this point, because it's like, how much money should you be putting aside? There are tons of rumors that they are going. The most reasonable rumor that I think I've heard is that the digital version of the PlayStation 5, and digital, by digital I mean that it's not going to take any physical discs, is going to be $399, and then the regular version is going to be $499. And I'm hearing about the same prices for the Xbox Series X, because there's rumored to be, not totally confirmed, a Xbox Series S, which is going to be the cheaper version of the equipment. So that they're about the same price, but we don't have a firm confirmation of prices yet. What we do know is that both consoles will be launching in November.
Kind of like we'll be ready for Black Friday. Is that the whole thing we're hearing?
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
tis that time of year, when something new is going to come out and it's going to get people out and get them out and shopping. I don't know if do we anticipate, let's put it like this, do we anticipate long lines in stores based on what you see coming out? Or is this going to be more of we're just going to order this online?
I think that it's going to be we're going to order this online, or at least big box retailers like Best Buy and PC Richards and things in Walmart. A lot of those stores are doing curbside pickup. So you do the order online. You go to your car, you stay socially distant. The person, a representative from the store, comes out and puts the stuff in your car, and you go about your merry way. I can't, but now that New York is kind of sort of opening back up, I could see long lines, but I really, really don't expect it.
Well, we got one more thing that I want to talk about, particularly that's that phone situation. A lot of people are getting excited, especially those who are iPhone users, about the potential of the iPhone 12 versus the Pixel 5 Samsung Galaxy Note Ultra. That's a conversation, a debate that's being had right now. Give us a little bit about what you know about the iPhone 12 and what's that coming out.
I'm expecting to get that Apple invite for the virtual event sooner than later. There's been so much said about it. It's going to have an OLED display. It's going to run 5G. There's going to be many variations of the phone. So supposedly, the entry level model is going to be just the iPhone 12, and it's going to be about 5.4 inches, and it's going to start at $649, and it's only going to have two cameras. But that's, I mean, only two cameres. We live in a world where you can say your phone is only going to have two cameras.
Right. First of all, just to even think about, like, listen, we're talking about two cameras. I'm like, listen, back in the day, we had the flip. Who's thinking about a camera? But now, how many cameras my phone has? Two. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So only two cameras. With the top model, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, That's going to have a 6.7-inch screen, and it's going to have an OLED screen, of course, and it will have 3 cameras plus LiDAR. Now, LiDAR is a well, it's not a new technology, but it's a burgeoning technology that basically will allow your phone to do augmented reality. And like, for those who aren't familiar with augmented reality, the best example I could possibly give you right now is Pokemon Go. So if you're still playing that, there's an AR mode where it switches over to the real world, and they put the Pokemon in the scene, and you're trying to throw Pokeballs at it, and it's in your kitchen trying to hide. So but the LiDAR will allow for much more developed AR experiences. Like, you'll be able to place furniture, you'll be able to transfer. Like, it's like, when the technology comes out, those that are interested, I think, will be very, very satisfied.
Sherri, we got to leave it there. But listen, we want to let our viewers know that she'll be coming back on the monthly to give us more information, keep us technologically up to date, let us know some of the hot new things that are happening. And as we get close to those release dates, those embargo dates, and those other things, guess what? You'll be able to catch it right here on Open with ourselves. So, Sherri, thank you so much for sharing with us from Laptop Magazine. We're looking forward to a great end of 2020 and going into the new year.
You too. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Sherri. And guess what? For more information, you can always visit their website at laptopmag.com. And you can also follow them on social media at laptopmag.